There's something almost perverse about stuffing John Browning's century-old .45 ACP into one of the most forward-looking pistol caliber platforms on the market. But here's the thing nobody tells you. The .45 ACP might actually be more at home in a PCC than it ever was in a handgun. Longer barrel means more velocity, more energy, and that already impressive thump gets turned up to 11, all while staying hearing safe with a can on the end. Browning didn't live to see suppressors go mainstream, but something tells me he would have approved. Today, we're breaking down the best .45 ACP pistol caliber carbines you can legally own, and figuring out which one actually deserves a place in your safe. Let's get into it. CMMG has been on the forefront of the PCC movement, and their short-barreled rifles built on a lightweight platform make these guns a sweet alternative to a traditional AR-15. Chambered in .45 ACP, the Dissent MKG is a radial-delayed PDW that ditches the traditional AR buffer tube altogether and somehow makes a 230-grain slug feel like a polite suggestion rather than a fist to the shoulder. The upper receiver on the Dissent is taller than a standard AR, an engineering necessity of the bufferless compact action, where twin guide rods and a shortened bolt carrier reside above the bore axis rather than behind it. CMMG uses a 1913 Picatinny rail end cap in place of the traditional receiver extension, which keeps the rear of the bolt carrier safely captured and simultaneously provides a mounting surface for sling attachments or a folding stock. The entire top of the gun is a continuous rail from end plate to muzzle, ideal for red dot mounting. The ambidextrous 60-90 degree safety selector works for both right and left-handed shooters. The pistol grip is well textured across all contact surfaces. The forward non-reciprocating side charging handle is reversible and sits at the front of the handguard, well clear of the ejection port. This positioning rewards support hand manipulation and allows the shooter to maintain a firing grip during administrative handling. The M-LOK handguard is CMMG's proprietary 5.5-inch unit, compact but adequate for a vertical grip or small light. The 6.5-inch barrel is threaded at .578 by 28 TPI and comes with CMMG's zeroed linear compensator. This platform runs on standard Glock-45 ACP magazines, a pragmatic choice that keeps aftermarket options plentiful and avoids the proprietary magazine trap that sunk more than a few PCCs. At roughly $2,000, it asks for a commitment, but it delivers a purpose-built tool, not a marketing exercise. B&T have been making precision weapons for elite military and law enforcement units for decades. The APC45 is their civilian legal semi-automatic take on the .45 ACP submachine gun, an overbuilt, over-engineered, and frankly beautiful piece of hardware that puts every budget PCC to shame. Blowback .45 ACP generates a substantial reciprocating mass. B&T addresses this with a purpose-built hydraulic buffer integrated into the receiver. The result is a felt recoil impulse that's notably softer and flatter than competitors running conventional spring-only setups. The cold hammer-forged 6.88-inch barrel and the tight lockup of the closed bolt system combine to produce accuracy that exceeds what most shooters will demand from a pistol-caliber platform. The 3-lug muzzle adapter is factory standard, and .45 ACP is inherently subsonic, making the APC45 Pro a natural suppressor host. Controls are fully ambidextrous. The safety selector magazine release and bolt hold open all operate from either side without modification or afterthought. The M-LOK handguard provides ample real estate for lights, lasers, and grips. The full Picatinny top rail accepts any optic. The trigger, the buffer system, the ambidextrous controls, and the cold hammer forged barrel all deliver at a level that domestic competition simply does not match. If the budget's there and you want the best .45 ACP PCC made, this is it. Pistol caliber carbines share the common fault of high felt recoil and extreme muzzle rise. It's a simple truth of the design, or it was until Kriss USA claimed to have changed all that with its patented recoil mitigation system. The unusual Kriss Vector Gen 3 pistol uses that same design to deliver a muzzle that will not rise. A semi-automatic delayed blowback handgun, the Vector uses standard Glock magazines and comes with one Kriss 30-round magazine that loads forward of the trigger guard. An internal linkage between the rearward moving bolt and low-mass sliders guided by internal channels to drive recoil energy downward. Kriss calls this arrangement the Super V recoil mitigation system. It enables the Kriss submachine gun to fire at a cyclical rate of 1,200 rounds per minute without muzzle rise. The gun is well balanced despite its weight and is a natural pointer. Fire controls are an ambidextrous flip-type safety and a non-reciprocating folding cocking handle on the left side of the receiver. The barrel's mounted well below the receiver top and in line with the middle finger of my right hand. This helps to control any residual rearward recoil energy, while the downward recoiling bolt linkage dissipates the remainder of this energy. The result is a pistol that can be fired very quickly with little muzzle climbing. Despite its strange look, the Vector can be customized to suit any shooter's dreams. It comes with a top-mounted receiver-length Picatinny rail, a rear Picatinny rail that can accept a pistol brace, an M-lock foregrip, and Kriss folding polymer sights. The barrel's threaded to accommodate a suppressor or flash hider. The trigger is stout, but its single-stage design and short travel make it manageable. Despite its size and weight, it's a fun target shooter and personal defense gun. I wish our military or law enforcement would adopt the submachine gun version of the Vector so that I could see it in action. The Grand Power Stribog has grown from a curiosity to a staple in the pistol caliber carbine market. Like the 9mm Luger version, the SP45A3 Stribog uses a roller-delayed blowback action. The controls are very AR-ish with the exception of the non-reciprocating charging handle. The safety has a 90-degree throw and is in the usual AR location. The pistol's other features follow those of the A3 versions of the Stribog. The aluminum receiver and handguard are monolithic with a continuous M1913 Picatinny rail running along the top. A minimal backup iron sight system's built into the rail. A section of Picatinny rail is also present at the 6 o'clock position on the handguard section with M-lock slots along the handguard sides. The pistol's grip, magazine well, and fire control housing is an integral polymer unit. The 45 ACP Stribogs have an 8-inch barrel with a threaded muzzle. This gun's begging for a suppressor, and Grand Power knows it. The SP45A3 is a lot of fun. 45 ACP ammo hits with authority downrange, but isn't abusive or painful to shoot. The recoil impulse is more substantial than an AR-15, but feels better than most 9mm blowback guns I've used. Grand Power includes 3 20-round magazines with the SP45A3, which adds to the gun's value proposition. If you want a backpack PCC that throws bullets twice the weight of a 9mm, the SP45 fits the bill. And it's a lot of fun, too. The HK USC and 45 ACP is an excellent pistol caliber carbine that seems to have been overlooked by history because of its famous older brother, the MP5. The UMC seems to have been squarely designed for the U.S. market. Starting from the front, this rifle has an aftermarket faux suppressor shroud over its 16-inch barrel. It also has aftermarket Picatinny rails on the top, sides, and bottom, and a foregrip. Much of this weapon's constructed of polymers, which keep the weight down and have proven to be very durable. Like the MP5 design, the charging handle's non-reciprocating and can be locked open by flipping it into the rear notch with the HK slab. Trigger pull's crisp, but on the heavier side, and can exceed 9 pounds in some cases, which is fairly heavy. As expected, the magazines are polymer and they hold 10 rounds. The great thing we've all come to expect from HK is the reliability that's legendary with their products. The USC's no different, feeding all types of 45 ACP ammo smoothly and reliably. It's really no surprise given the carbine's pedigree. I think criticisms of this gun are overrated. The most common complaints about the recoil, the way people talk, you'd think it was uncontrollable. It's more energetic than an MP5, but it's on par with any lightweight carbine shooting 45 ACP. If you have any good shooting mechanics, you'll have no problems controlling it. Street price is usually found between $1,500 and $1,600, so it's not an inexpensive proposition. Ruger developed its LC Carbine as a lightweight, handy long gun that paired nicely with the company's 5.7 by 28mm pistol. For this year, Ruger's expanded its LC Carbine lineup with a 45 ACP chambered version that's still handy, and best of all, it feeds from readily available Glock magazines. The 45 ACP version has a 16.25-inch alloy steel threaded barrel. The thread protector is easily removable, allowing for the attachment of popular muzzle accessories including muzzle brakes, flash hiders, or a suppressor. Thanks to its side-folding stock, the Ruger LC Carbine collapses into a compact size that makes it easy to store and transport. The trigger has a short, smooth pull, clean break, and positive reset, and there's an ambidextrous manual safety, reversible charging handle, ergonomic bolt release, and extended magazine release. Up front, there's a CNC milled handguard that's also Type 3 hardcoat anodized aluminum with M-LOK accessory attachment slots on 7 sides. Multiple QD sling sockets allow you to attach a sling almost anywhere you'd like. The folding sights are adjustable for windage and elevation, and the full-length Picatinny rail on top of the receiver lets you easily add your choice of optic to the gun.